Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be an update video on the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Harley Quinn figure. If you saw my review that went up just a couple of days ago, you will know that I was not happy with the body they used. Just like the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Catwoman, the body is very fragile and the legs break super easy. So the stock body had to go and the new Phicen / TB League body had to go in. So strap yourselves in, enjoy the video, lots of poses coming up. I'll tell you how I did it. Drop a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe. So it's not pretty. This suit does not come with a zip, so I literally had to cut a slit up the back of the outfit and stop it right about there. You don't want to cut all the way to the top of the neck because you need to keep that intact to keep, you know, everything intact really. So just basically a slit all the way down from here to about there, and then I had to gently kind of pull the Sideshow body out. And it was quite tricky getting the Phicen body in there, but eventually I managed to get it in. I knew I would, and it's just a matter then of sewing it back together again. I'm no seamstress, I'm no expert when it comes to sewing. It is pretty crude, but what are you going to do? You're only going to be seeing this from the front and the side, maybe askew, you know. I'm never going to be displaying her facing away from us. So I am super happy with the results. And I knew that it would be a risk, obviously taking a scissors to an outfit like this. It's a one-shot deal. If you mess it up, then that's it. And it is quite a thin material as well, so make sure you use the right kind of scissors. I had a little small pair of medical scissors, so that's what I used to create the cut at the back. And then once that Phicen body was in there, just you know, got a sewing needle and a thread, and just pinched the two pieces of material together with one hand and sewed it thoroughly together with the other, and just made sure it was super sewed up. You know, it ain't ever coming undone again, that's for sure. So it's a bit crude at the back, but that's kind of just the way it had to be. And as for the head sculpts going onto the Phicen body neck joint, let me see if I can just pull this off. Yeah. Good thing is, it's actually on there quite sturdy. Oh, hang on, there we go. So yes, I haven't had to Dremel too much of this hole out. It only needed just widening a little bit, so I just put the Dremel in there and just kind of turned it around the edges and just kind of widened the joint hole a bit more. So now it just goes on to the Phicen neck joint there perfectly. So that's how I got the body in the suit. That's how I get the heads onto the Phicen body. Now the boots, that's a bit more crude and kind of nasty the way I did that, but it's worked perfectly. I basically had to get, like, let's see, had to get my pliers here and just shove them down into the boots and rip out the kind of extension joints that are in there. It's hard to describe and they're gone now, so I can't show you, but if you have the figure, you'll see. You just basically need to rip those out and break them and tap all the gunk out of there. And then I just basically, as a temporary measure, until I figure out something else, or I'll probably just leave it like this, just stuff the boots about halfway with blue tack and then shove the legs into the boots. And she's in there really solid. She stands up on her own. And that's how I got the boots onto the Phicen legs. So it all sounds a bit crude, and it is a bit crude, but it got the job done, and she is looking awesome, even though she currently doesn't have a head right now. I was tempted to try out the Harley Quinn Hot Toys, you know, the Margot Robbie head sculpt on this outfit, because I think that's going to be fantastic, and the head will definitely go on this neck joint, because I've done it before with this very body. So I'm going to save that for another video. And the hands, luckily they go on to the Phicen wrist pegs, if you want to call them that. The hands go on there quite well, as you can see, because it's holding the big heavy mallet hammer. And that's pretty much it. So just a matter of dremeling the head connections a little bit, make them a little bit wider to accommodate the Phicen neck joint there, and, you know, obviously cutting the suit, getting the old body out, putting a new body in, sewing it back up again, and then ripping out the connection joint things in the middle of those boots there, and then just stuffing them with blue tack and pushing the legs right on in. And that's it. And obviously I removed the corset, which I said I was going to do in the review, and I just basically undone the thread at the back of the corset, But then it turned out that seemed the only way I could get the corset off was to cut some of those strings. So I just did that. I'm never going to put it back on her again, and I could always just use a different string if I want to use that corset on something else in the future. Who knows? But it's gone, and I think it looks way better without it. Obviously I was heavily inspired by this classic look here, and as you can see, no corset, and other than the boots she has on here, it's basically the exact same now on the 1/6 scale. Alright, onto some poses. Now we have Harley sitting in a chair. That chair comes with the Hot Toys DX11 Heath Ledger Joker from The Dark Knight, and she's holding a gun perfectly, I might add, finger on the trigger and everything. It's an absolute perfect fit. But that gun comes with the Hot Toys 1/6 scale T800 Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator figure, the battle damage version or cop shootout version by Hot Toys. But it just fits perfectly. So that's her gun now, and she looks very playful and deadly, just sitting there waiting for it to kick off so she can join on in and wreak some havoc. Sitting in that chair in this pose was not a problem thanks to the awesome body by Phicen. You got one boot on the mallet there, and no restrictions with the suit. Nice and stretchy, nothing's too stretched out or stressed out, so no fear of anything ripping. So that would look awesome on display just like that. But I'm going to try some more poses for you. On to the next one. We have Harley Quinn rocking the knuckle duster with haha written on there. Still rocking the evil grin head sculpt. She's leaning in, balancing herself on the center of the chair there, and again just looks absolutely fantastic. This body has made such a vast improvement to not just the posability but just the overall look and realism to this piece. She's absolutely oozing attitude and life. Another sitting down pose because it's just so much fun to do, and you would never be able to do that cross-leg pose with a Sideshow body. Well, not the current ones that they're using for these figures anyway. We'll see what happens in the future, but I ain't gonna hold my breath. But Phicen/TB League, they got you covered. You can do that with those, and you can leave it like this as well permanently. I'm pretty sure you'll be okay. Those bodies are tough. But she looks great sitting in the chair. She's got the syringe. And thank you for all of the helpful comments when I reviewed this figure. I do remember one of the comments was pretty detailed and did warn me to be very careful with the needle and the syringe. I can imagine how easily that would break, so I'll be very careful with that. Thank you for those of you out there who leave great informative comments like that. They're really helpful. And I'm going to take a few more pictures of this one before I change it. Maybe I'll just... You'd be amazed sometimes how much difference it can make just seeing something from a different angle. So let's just turn that this way. Yeah. That looks pretty cool too. She's just waving. So one thing I want to do before I change it is I want to put that hand resting on that knee and leave everything else the same and see how that looks. So let's try that. And there that is, and it looks awesome. So really cool hand that they give you there. That's very kind of could be used for a multitude of different kind of poses and gestures and that kind of thing. Right now it's just kind of just tapping away on her knee, waiting for the next patient to arrive. More chair-based shenanigans. Giving you a friendly little wave before she blows you away. Just another day at the pose factory, folks. Another pose to further illustrate the unmatched quality of a Phicen body. Action Jackson. Look at that. Changed the head sculpt at last. That looks friggin' sweet. Wouldn't you agree? Viewer. Or viewers, you might be with company. Perhaps still watching with a loved one. Or a child. That's why I don't swear. If I can help it. Real life, ooh, try and stop me, but videos, gotta keep it PG. Never know who's watching, eh? Oh, that's a good angle. Boom. Back up off it. One more time. Welcome to big school. Oh, here's Harley sitting on my desk. Cross-legged. As that's the kind of thing you can do with the Phicen body. Now, you could get that looking a bit more natural. I think it looks fine. It took all of 10 seconds to do. Just literally just put the legs in position, plonked her down on the desk, raised the gun up, put a hand on her leg there, gave the head a slight tilt, and boom, we're done. But these Phicen bodies allow for almost limitless possibilities. Said it before, I'll say it again. You are only limited by your own imagination of a Phicen TPD body. That should be their tagline. Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty damn good. And there she is. Again, looks totally natural. And very, very cool to look at. Alright, not the best pose in the world, this one. It more kind of happened just by accident as I was undoing the last cross-legged pose, but I figured I landed on it, so I might as well catalogue it on the channel. In case it strikes your fancy. Yeah. Hey, for those of you that have been good enough to stick around this far into the video, or at least skip to this point, here's a little sneak peek at the Hot Toys Margot Robbie Harley Quinn head sculpt on this new setup. And I think we can all agree that that looks phenomenal. Is that phenomenal? Phenomenal? That word, you know, it looks really good. So, let me just give you a couple more seconds of tease action. And look out for the proper video coming up soon on the channel featuring this head sculpt on this body and outfit. Because I think it's going to be pretty damn entertaining. Anyway, that's enough. Alright, just one more little shot because that looks awesome. Can't wait to bring you more on this. Alright folks, I'm going to wrap it up. I don't want to keep you too long. I've had a lot of fun posing this, and you can be sure you'll see it more on the channel in the future. I hope you've enjoyed this one, folks. If you did, drop a like on it and leave me your thoughts in the comments section. It's always good to hear from people in the collecting community. Always good to hear your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out our store at www.thefigurepit.com. We buy, trade and sell figures with collectors in the UK. That's how I was able to get this Harley Quinn. Traded in some of my older pieces to get something new, and I'm sure glad I did, because I absolutely love this figure. Now that it has been modified and corrected, I am truly satisfied with the results. So I hope you've enjoyed it, folks. Look out for the next video, which will more than likely be this setup with the Hot Toys Margot Robbie Harley Quinn head sculpt. And don't forget, I still need to bring you a review on the Hot Toys quarter scale Iron Man Mark III figure that I have. So plenty more coming up, as well as more Halloween action. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.